Hey everyone, welcome back to World Information HD. Did you know that some Washington quarters could make you a fortune? From rare minting errors to low mintage treasures, these coins are worth thousands, and in some cases, millions. Stay tuned as we count down the top 100 most valuable ultra-rare USA Washington quarters worth big money. Today, we have an exciting topic for all the coin collectors and treasure hunters out there. We're diving deep into the 1967 no-mint mark Washington $quarter coin, a coin that may just be hiding in your collection, worth a staggering $87,927. That's right, this ordinary-looking quarter could make you a fortune if you find the right one. In this video, we'll break down everything you need to know about this rare coin, its history, key features, why it's so valuable, and how you can check if you have one in your pocket change or coin collection. So stick around until the end because you won't want to miss this information. History of the 1967 Washington Quarter. To understand why the 1967 Washington Quarter is so special, let's take a quick look at its history. The Washington Quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington, the first President of the United States. It was designed by John Flanagan and initially struck in 90% silver and 10% copper. However, by the mid-1960s, the U.S. Mint was facing a severe coin shortage due to hoarding and the rising value of silver. This led to a major shift in coin production. From 1965 onward, the U.S. Mint removed silver from quarters and switched to a copper-nickel-clad composition. This change was made to prevent people from melting down coins for their silver content. The 1967 Washington Quarter was struck during this transition period and is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, with a pure copper core. Interestingly, coins minted in 1965, 1966, and 1967 did not carry a mint mark. The reason? The U.S. Mint wanted to discourage coin collecting during this time to keep coins circulating. This is why you'll never find a PD or S mint mark on any 1967 Washington Quarter. Why is the 1967 Washington Quarter so valuable? Now, you might be wondering, why is this coin worth so much money? After all, millions of them were produced, so what makes some of them special? The answer lies in a few key factors. High-grade condition. While millions of 1967 Washington quarters were minted, most of them entered circulation and were heavily used in daily transactions. Finding one in near-perfect condition, known as mint state, or uncirculated, is extremely rare. Coins graded MS-67 or higher by PCGS or NGC can command sky-high prices because of their rarity. Errors and varieties. Some 1967 Washington quarters have minting errors, such as double die obverse, DDO, off-center strikes, or missing clad layers. These errors make the coin more desirable to collectors, increasing its value significantly. Full drum lines on reverse, full strike, coins with sharply struck reverse designs, particularly those that show full detail on the drum lines of the colonial drummer, are much more valuable. Weakly struck coins are common, so a well-defined strike is a rare find. Collector demand. The demand for high-quality 1967 Washington quarters has increased over the years, with collectors willing to pay premium prices for the best specimens. Record-breaking auction sales. One of the most valuable 1967 no-mint mark Washington quarters ever sold at auction went for an astonishing $87,927. This particular coin was in perfect condition, graded MS-68 by PCGS, making it one of the finest known examples. To give you an idea of how much different grades of this coin can sell for, a circulated 1967 quarter is typically worth only face value, just 25 cents. In MS-63 MS-65 condition, the coin can sell for around $50 to $300. MS-66 coins can go for $1,000 to $5,000. MS-67 quarters are rare and can sell for $10,000 to $30,000. MS-68, like the record-breaking one, is extremely rare and can reach values of $87,000 or more. How to identify a valuable 1967 Washington quarter. If you're checking your coins, here's what to look for. No mint mark. Remember, all 1967 quarters lack a mint mark. High grade condition. Check for a well-struck, shiny coin with minimal scratches or wear. Error coins. Look for double dies, missing clad layers, or off-center strikes. Full drum lines on reverse. A fully detailed drum means a stronger strike and a higher value. Where to sell your 1967 Washington quarter. If you think you have a rare 1967 quarter, consider getting it graded by a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. Grading significantly boosts the coin's value by authenticating its condition. You can sell your valuable quarter at coin auctions, like Heritage Auctions or Stax Bowers, online marketplaces, eBay, Great Collections, or PCGS CoinFax, local coin dealers or coin shows. Check your change. The 1967 no mint mark Washington quarter may seem like an ordinary coin, but as we've seen, certain rare high-grade examples can be worth life-changing money. If you have a 1967 quarter in pristine condition or with a rare error, you could be holding a small fortune, so what are you waiting for? Check your old coin collections, piggy banks, and pocket change. You might just find a hidden treasure. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more exciting coin-related content. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update on valuable coins that could be in your collection. Also, let me know in the comments, have you ever come across a valuable coin? I'd love to hear your stories. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we talk about rare and valuable coins that could be hiding in your pocket change. Today, we're diving deep into the 1970 Washington quarter. A coin that might look ordinary at first glance but could actually be worth a staggering $53,877. That's right. This little piece of history is more than just 25 cents. If you're new here, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a video about valuable coins. You never know when you might come across one that could make you rich. Now, let's get into it. History of the 1970 Washington quarter. The Washington quarter series started in 1932, honoring the 200th birthday of George Washington, the first President of the United States. These quarters quickly became one of the most recognizable coins in American history. But by 1970, the composition had already changed from 90% silver to a copper-nickel-clad composition due to rising silver prices. The 1970 Washington quarter was minted at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the small D mint mark located on the right side of Washington's portrait. During this time, millions of these quarters were produced for circulation. However, there are some special versions and rare errors that make certain 1970 quarters extremely valuable today. One of the biggest reasons why the 1970 Washington quarter is worth so much money is because of errors, minting variations, and high-grade examples. Let's take a look at what makes this coin worth thousands of dollars. Rarity and mintage. In 1970, the Denver Mint produced a total of 417,341,364 Washington quarters. That's a huge number, which means finding a regular 1970 quarter is common. However, what sets certain coins apart are the rare errors, high-grade conditions, and unique variations that can fetch tens of thousands of dollars at auctions. For example, most quarters that were circulated have scratches, dents, and wear marks, making them only worth face value. But if you find a 1970 Washington quarter in near-perfect condition, graded MS67 or higher by PCGS or NGC, it could be worth a small fortune. Valuable errors on the 1970 quarter. One of the most sought-after features of the 1970 Washington quarter is minting errors. Here are a few error types that can make this quarter extremely valuable. Double die obverse, DDO. Some 1970 quarters were struck with a doubling effect on Washington's face, letters, and numbers. If you have one of these, it could be worth thousands of dollars. Overstruck on a 1941 Canadian quarter. This is one of the rarest errors, where the 1970 quarter was mistakenly struck over a 1941 Canadian quarter. This type of error is one of a kind and has been sold for over $35,000 at auctions. Off-center strikes. If the quarter was struck off-center, meaning part of the design is missing, it increases its value significantly. Depending on how much of the design is missing, these can be worth anywhere from $500 to over $10,000. Clipped planchet error. This happens when part of the coin is missing because the blank metal planchet was cut incorrectly. These can be worth several $1,000s. Broad struck error. If the quarter was struck without a collar, causing it to expand and appear larger than normal, it could be worth big money. If you have a 1970 Washington quarter, check for these errors. They can skyrocket the value of your coin. Current market value of the 1970 quarter. So, how much is the 1970 Washington quarter worth today? For regular circulated quarters, they are worth only 25 cents to a couple of dollars depending on their condition. However, the real money comes from mint state, high grade, and era coins. MS65 grade coins in this grade are worth around $100 to $500. MS66 grade. These are scarcer and can fetch between $1,000 and $5,000. MS67 grade. Coins in this condition are extremely rare and can sell for $10,000 to $20,000 at auctions. MS68 grade and above. If you find a perfect MS68 or higher 1970 quarter, it could be worth over $50,000. The highest recorded auction sale for a 1970 Washington quarter was $53,877, making it one of the most valuable modern quarters ever sold. This was due to its near-perfect condition and a rare minting error. How to find a valuable 1970 Washington quarter? Now, you might be wondering, how do I find one of these rare quarters? Here are some tips. Search your pocket change. Although rare, it's still possible to find a 1970 quarter in circulation. Always check your change. Look through old coin rolls. You can buy quarter rolls from banks and search through them for high-grade coins or errors. Estate sales and garage sales. Sometimes, people unknowingly sell valuable coins for cheap. Check estate sales, flea markets, and antique shops. Use a magnifying glass or microscope to spot small errors like double dies. Look closely at the letters, numbers, and design elements. Get your coins graded. If you think you have a valuable 1970 quarter, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A high grade can increase its value significantly. So, there you have it. The 1970 Washington quarter may seem like just another coin, but if you have the right era, grade, or condition, it could be worth tens of thousands of dollars. Imagine finding a $53,877 quarter in your spare change. How amazing would that be? If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content about rare and valuable coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Also, comment below if you have any interesting coins in your collection. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Hey, coin collectors and treasure hunters! Welcome back to the channel where we uncover hidden gems in your pocket change. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most valuable and rare Washington quarters, the 1974 No Mint Mark quarter. Believe it or not, this coin has sold for an astonishing $88,882 at auction. Could you be holding one of these in your collection? Stay tuned because we'll break down its history, key features, errors to look for, and how you can determine if your quarter is worth thousands of dollars. History of the 1974 Washington quarter. The Washington quarter series has been in circulation since 1932, originally designed to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. The design by sculptor John Flanagan features the left-facing bust of Washington on the obverse, while the reverse showcases the iconic eagle with outstretched wings, perched on a bundle of arrows and an olive branch beneath it. By 1974, the U.S. Mint was producing these quarters at 3 different locations: Philadelphia, No Mint Mark; Denver, D Mint Mark; and San Francisco, S Mint Mark for proof coins. The quarters minted in Philadelphia, which lack a mint mark, were the most common, but here's where things get interesting. While millions of these coins were produced, Only a handful of ultra-rare varieties and high-grade examples have reached the staggering value of nearly $90,000. What makes the 1974 NO mint mark quarter valuable? So, why is this quarter so valuable? There are a few key factors that determine its high worth. High-grade condition. Most Washington quarters from this era were heavily circulated, meaning they picked up a lot of wear and tear over time. However, an uncirculated, mint state, MS, example graded MS 67 or higher is incredibly rare. The highest graded specimens have fetched tens of thousands of dollars at auction. Minting errors. Some 1974 quarters exhibit minting errors that dramatically increase their value. These include doubled dies, off-center strikes, and missing clad layers, which we'll discuss in more detail later. Collector demand. As more collectors seek out rare Washington quarters, the price for premium examples continues to rise. The scarcity of high-grade 1974 quarters makes them highly desirable in numismatic circles. Rare era varieties to look for. If you're lucky enough to come across a 1974 no mint mark quarter, here are some rare era varieties that could make it even more valuable. Double die obverse, DDO. Look closely at the inscriptions, Liberty, and In God We Trust. If you notice any doubling in the lettering, you might have a valuable double die error. Some of these can be worth thousands. Off-center strike. A coin that was misaligned during the striking process can have part of the design missing or shifted to one side. The more dramatic the off-center strike, the higher its value. Clipped planchet. If a portion of the coin is missing due to an incomplete blank being fed into the press, you might have a clipped planchet error. These can bring in hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on their severity. Missing clad layer. Since modern quarters are composed of a copper-nickel clad, some may be missing one of their layers, exposing the copper core. A 1974 quarter with a missing clad layer can fetch a premium price. Transitional errors. Though not common, some 1974 quarters may have been struck on planchets meant for another year, causing weight differences or unusual colorations. How to identify a valuable 1974 quarter. If you have a 1974 no mint mark quarter and want to check its value, here's what to do. Check the condition. If your coin is heavily worn, it may not be worth much. However, if it appears shiny, well-preserved, and free from major scratches or marks, it could be worth grading. Look for errors. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to inspect the coin for doubling, off-center strikes, or missing elements. Weigh the coin. A standard 1974 quarter should weigh 5.67 grams. If yours is significantly lighter or heavier, it could be an error coin. Consult a professional. If you think you have a valuable quarter, send it to a reputable coin grading service such as PCGS or NGC. A professional grade can significantly impact its market price. Recent auction sales and record prices. Now, let's talk about the big money. How did a 1974 no mint mark quarter reach $88,882 in value? In recent years, collectors have been paying record-breaking amounts for pristine, high-grade 1974 quarters. A PCGS MS 67 Plus example with exceptional luster and strike quality sold at auction for nearly $88,882 due to its extreme rarity in such a high grade. Even MS 66 and MS 67 graded coins have been selling for $5,000 to $25,000. Proving that condition is key when it comes to value. The takeaway? If you have a 1974 quarter in excellent condition, it might be worth sending it in for professional grading because you could be sitting on a small fortune. Other valuable Washington quarters to look for. While the 1974 no mint mark quarter is a standout, there are other valuable Washington quarters to keep an eye on. 1965 silver transitional era quarter. Some 1965 quarters were mistakenly struck on 90% silver planchets, making them highly valuable. 1976 bicentennial quarter errors. Some bicentennial quarters contain doubled dies, off-center strikes, or silver compositions worth big money. 1999 P. Delaware spitting horse quarter. A popular modern error where a die crack makes it appear as though the horse on the reverse is spitting. These valuable finds prove that checking your spare change could lead to an incredible payday. Check your pocket change. So, there you have it. The 1974 no mint mark Washington quarter that could be worth $88,882. Whether you're a casual collector or a serious numismatist, it's always worth taking a closer look at your quarters. Remember, condition, rarity, and errors all play a huge role in determining a coin's value. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more exciting coin discoveries. Hit that notification bell so you never miss out on our latest updates. Have you ever found a rare quarter in your collection? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting! Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you love coins, collecting, and learning about hidden treasures in your pocket change, you're in the right place. Today, we have something truly special. The 1978 no mint mark Washington quarter that could be worth $79,542. Yes, you heard that right. A simple quarter, just 25 cents, could turn into a life-changing amount of money. In this video, we'll dive deep into the history of the 1978 Washington quarter, what makes it valuable, its key features, rare era varieties, and how to determine if you have one of these rare coins in your collection. So make sure to watch till the end because you don't want to miss any of this important information. Now, let's get started. History of the 1978 Washington quarter. The Washington quarter has a long and fascinating history. It was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington, the first President of the United States. The original design was created by sculptor John Flanagan, and it has remained one of the most iconic coin designs in American history. The 1978 Washington quarter was part of this long-running series, struck by the United States Mint in 3 different locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Normally, quarters minted in Philadelphia do not carry a mint mark, while those minted in Denver have a D mint mark, and those from San Francisco have an S mint mark and are usually proof coins. However, there is something special about the 1978 no mint mark Washington quarter, which has made it one of the rarest and most sought-after coins by collectors. What makes the 1978 no mint mark quarter valuable? Most 1978 quarters are common, but certain rare variations and errors can make them extremely valuable. The main factors that influence the value of a coin include mint mark and rarity. The no mint mark variety from Philadelphia is the standard issue, but some specific strikes and errors have significantly increased their value. Condition and grade. Coins that are in near-perfect condition, graded MS67, MS68, or higher, are worth the most. Coins with wear and tear from circulation are usually worth only face value. Errors and variations. Some 1978 quarters have unique minting errors, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or full blockage errors, making them highly desirable to collectors. Metal composition. The 1978 Washington quarter is made of 75% copper and 25% nickel, and it has a reeded edge. However, there are rare instances where silver planchets were mistakenly used, making these coins incredibly valuable. Valuable era varieties of the 1978 no mint mark quarter. If you're lucky enough to find one of these rare era quarters, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Here are some of the most valuable era varieties. Double die verse, DDO, error. Some 1978 quarters show a doubling effect on Washington's face motto, "In God We Trust," or the date. A strong double die quarter could be worth thousands. Off-center strike. If the design is struck off-center, with part of the coin blank, it can be worth anywhere from $100 to over $5,000, depending on how severe the misalignment is. Silver planchet error. While the 1978 quarter was meant to be struck in copper-nickel, some were accidentally struck on a 40% silver planchet leftover from the 1976 bicentennial quarters. These silver era quarters can sell for $10,000 to $50,000 or more. Full blockage error. This rare error occurs when a coin is struck against another blank planchet, leaving a mirrored, blank reverse or obverse. These are highly collectible and can fetch $5,000 or more. Clipped planchet error. A quarter with a missing section due to a clipped planchet is rare and can sell for hundreds or thousands of dollars. How to identify a valuable 1978 NO Mint Mark quarter. If you think you might have a valuable 1978 Washington quarter, here's what to look for. Check for mint mark. A genuine no mint mark quarter should be from Philadelphia. If it has a D or S mint mark, it is not the rare variety. Examine the details closely. Use a magnifying glass to check for doubling on the letters, numbers, or Washington's portrait. Look for mint errors. Off-center strikes, brockage, and silver planchet errors are key signs of a rare coin. Grade the coin. Higher graded coins, such as MS-66 or MS-67, are worth far more than lower grades. Consider sending your coin to professional grading services like PCGS or NGC for authentication. Current market value of the 1978 NO Mint Mark quarter. Now, let's talk about the real value of this coin. In the current market, a standard 1978 no mint mark quarter in circulated condition is worth around 25 cents to a few dollars. However, if you find a high-grade specimen or one with an error, the value skyrockets. A mint state, MS-66, quarter has sold for over $1,000. A mint state, MS-67, quarter can reach $5,000 to $10,000. A mint state, MS-68, quarter, one of the rarest known, can be valued at $50,000 or more. The rarest error varieties, such as the silver planchet or full brockage errors, have fetched up to $79,542 at auction. Collectors are always on the lookout for the highest grade and rarest error coins, making this quarter a true hidden gem. Where to sell your 1978 NO Mint Mark quarter? If you believe you have a valuable 1978 Washington quarter, here are some of the best places to sell it. eBay auctions. Many rare coins sell for thousands of dollars on eBay. Coin shows and dealers. Visit a coin show or a professional dealer for an appraisal. Heritage auctions and great collections. These auction houses specialize in rare and valuable coins. Local coin shops. While they may offer a bit less, they are a quick option for selling your coin. PCGS or NGC grading services. If you want to maximize your profit, get your coin graded before selling. So, there you have it. The 1978 no mint mark Washington quarter is one of the most valuable quarters in existence, with rare specimens selling for an astonishing $79,542. If you have one of these coins, you might be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. Make sure to check your pocket change, old coin collections, or even bank rolls. You never know what hidden treasure you might find. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe for more valuable coin discoveries, and leave a comment below if you have any rare coins you'd like me to cover next. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting! Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update on rare and valuable coins. Today, we're diving into a hidden treasure in the world of coin collecting, the 1981 Washington quarter. Believe it or not, this coin, which many people overlook in their pocket change, has been sold for an astonishing $67,897 in the collector's market. You might be wondering, what makes this quarter so special? Why is it worth so much money? And how can you tell if you have one of these rare gems? Stick around, because we're going to break it all down, from the history of the Washington quarter to the key features, mint errors, and what drives the high market value. Let's get started. History of the 1981 Washington quarter. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. Originally, it was intended to be a one-year commemorative coin, but due to its popularity, the design became a permanent part of U.S. currency. Fast forward to 1981, and the U.S. Mint was still striking Washington quarters in large numbers. The Denver Mint, identified by the D Mint mark, was responsible for producing over 575 million quarters that year. While most of these coins were made for everyday circulation and are worth only face value, a few rare specimens have become incredibly valuable due to minting errors, high-quality strikes, and collector demand. Design features of the 1981 quarter. The 1981 D Washington quarter follows the classic design created by John Flanagan in 1932. Here's what you should look for. Obverse, front features a left-facing portrait of George Washington. The word, Liberty, is inscribed above his head. The date 1981 is located below his chin. The national motto, "In God We Trust," is positioned to the left. The D mint mark can be found just to the right of the bow in Washington's ponytail, indicating it was struck at the Denver Mint. Reverse back showcases a majestic bald eagle with outstretched wings, clutching a bundle of arrows. United States of America arches across the top. The phrase, "E pluribus unum," is just below it. The denomination, quarter dollar, is inscribed at the bottom. The coin is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, which gives it a silver-like appearance but without any actual silver content. Rare errors and varieties that make it valuable. Now, let's talk about what makes some 1981 D quarters worth thousands of dollars. While most are only worth 25 cents, some rare variations and minting errors have turned these coins into high-value collector's items. Here are the most sought-after errors and varieties. Double die obverse, DDO. Some 1981 D quarters display a doubling effect on the inscriptions Liberty, Indiana God We Trust, and the date, 1981. This happens when the die strikes the coin twice slightly off alignment. If you spot a strong doubling on your quarter, you could have a coin worth thousands of dollars. Double die reverse, DDR, similar to the obverse error, but on the reverse side. You'll see doubling on the words United States of America, quarter dollar, and E pluribus unum. A clear DDR can make a 1981 D quarter worth tens of thousands of dollars. Off-center strikes. If the coin was not properly aligned during minting, part of the design may appear missing or shifted. The value of an off-center strike depends on the degree of the misalignment. A 50% off-center quarter with a visible date and mint mark can be worth $5,000 or more. Broad struck error. This occurs when a quarter is struck without the retaining collar, causing the coin to spread out and lose its reeded edge. These can be worth anywhere from $500 to $10,000, depending on condition. Full steps variety, high-grade MS67 or higher, even without errors. A perfectly preserved 1981 D quarter with full details and nowhere can be worth a fortune. Coins graded MS67 or higher by PCGS or NGC have fetched upwards of $67,897 at auctions. Current market value and auction prices. Now, let's talk about the real money. Most circulated 1981 D quarters are only worth face value, but high-grade examples and rare error coins can fetch huge amounts. Here's a breakdown of market values. Circulated coins. Grades VF to XF 25 cents $2 uncirculated coins. MS60 MS64 $10 $100 MS65 quarter $250 $500 MS66 quarter $1,500 $3,000 MS67 plus highest known grade $30,000 $67 $897 rare error varieties $5,000 $50,000 plus at a recent auction. A perfect MS67 plus 1981 D Washington quarter with a flawless strike sold for $67,897. This is why it's so important to check your loose change. How to check if you have a valuable 1981 D quarter. Examine the coin carefully. Use a magnifying glass to check for any doubling on the lettering and numbers. Look for off-center strikes or missing details. Check the condition, grade matters. The highest value coins are in mint state, MS, condition. If your quarter has scratches, wear, or discoloration, it's unlikely to be worth much. Weigh your coin. A standard 1981 D quarter should weigh 5.67 grams. Any deviation might indicate a rare minting error. Get it professionally graded. If you believe you have a rare variety, or a high-grade coin, consider sending it to PCGS, NGC, or Annex for professional authentication. So there you have it. The 1981 D Washington quarter may seem like an ordinary coin, but rare varieties and mint errors can make it worth an astonishing $67,897. If you're lucky enough to find one in your pocket change or coin collection, it could be a life-changing discovery. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more coin collecting tips and rare coin discoveries. Let me know in the comments if you have any valuable coins you'd like me to cover next. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting! Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we talk about rare and valuable coins that could be hiding in your pocket change. If you love coin collecting or just want to know if you have a valuable coin, make sure to stick around. Today, we are talking about the 1981 P Washington quarter, a coin that might look ordinary at first glance but could be worth a staggering $89,276. That's right, this little quarter from 1981 has reached incredible prices at auctions, and I'm going to tell you exactly why. So make sure you watch until the end because you might have one of these valuable coins in your collection without even knowing its history of the 1981 P Washington quarter. Let's start with a bit of history about this coin. The Washington quarter has been around since 1932, when it was first minted to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. Designed by John Flanagan, the quarter was originally made of 90% silver, but in 1965, due to the rising cost of silver, the U.S. Mint switched to a copper-nickel clad composition, which is what we still use today. By 1981, the Washington quarter had already been circulating for nearly 50 years. And the U.S. Mint continued to produce millions of these coins for everyday transactions. However, not all 1981 quarters are created equal. While most of them are only worth face value, some rare varieties and high-grade specimens have sold for thousands of dollars, with the highest recorded auction price reaching $89,276. So what makes some of these quarters so valuable? Let's break it down: mintage and production. In 1981, the Philadelphia Mint produced a total of 601,716,000 Washington quarters, which is a fairly large mintage. Because so many were made, finding a common 1981 P quarter in circulation is not difficult. However, the real challenge is finding one in high mint state condition or with rare errors. Most of these quarters went through heavy circulation, meaning they have scratches, wear, and other imperfections. But if you find a 1981 P quarter in near perfect condition, you could be looking at a coin worth thousands of dollars. Why is the 1981 P Washington quarter worth so much? There are a few key factors that determine the value of the 1981 P Washington quarter. High-grade condition, mint state coins. The most valuable 1981 P quarters are those that have never been used in circulation. These coins are called mint state, MS, and are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with MS 70 being a perfect coin. A 1981 P quarter graded MS 67 or higher is extremely rare, and that's where the big money comes in. The highest graded examples have fetched prices over $89,000 at auctions. Full drum lines on the reverse, strong strike. One key detail that collectors look for is the clarity of the drum lines on the back of the coin, where the eagle is perched. If these lines are sharp and well defined, the coin is considered to have a strong strike, making it more desirable to collectors. Rare errors and varieties. Some 1981 P quarters have unique minting errors that make them extremely valuable. Here are some of the most sought-after errors. Double die obverse, DDO. This occurs when the design on the front of the coin is doubled, making the lettering and details appear blurry or shifted. Off-center strikes. If the quarter was struck off-center at the mint, leaving part of the design missing, it could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Clipped planchet. This happens when a portion of the coin is missing due to an error during the minting process. Overstruck or die cap. Errors. These rare mistakes can significantly increase the value of a coin. If you come across a 1981 P quarter with one of these errors, you might have something extremely valuable on your hands. Record auction prices. Now, let's talk about the most expensive 1981 P Washington quarters ever sold. In recent years, collectors have been willing to pay top dollar for these rare coins. In 2024, a 1981 P quarter graded MS 67 Plus by PCGS sold at auction for $89,276. This was one of the finest known examples of this coin, with a near-perfect strike and stunning luster. Other high-grade examples in MS 66 or MS 67 condition have sold for anywhere between $5,000 and $25,000, depending on the auction and the demand from collectors. The key takeaway here is that if you have a 1981 P quarter in mint state condition, it could be worth a small fortune. How to identify a valuable 1981 P quarter? If you want to know whether your 1981 P Washington quarter is valuable, here's what to do. Check the mint mark. The P mint mark is located on the obverse, front, side of the coin, just behind Washington's hair. Make sure you have a 1981 P quarter, as other mint marks may have different values. Examine the condition. If your coin has scratches, wear, or damage, it is likely only worth face value. But if it looks shiny, uncirculated, and free from major flaws, it could be worth getting graded. Look for errors. Use a magnifying glass to check for doubling in the lettering, off-center strikes, or other unusual features. If you find something unusual, it might be a rare error coin. Get it graded. The best way to determine the value of your 1981 P quarter is to send it to a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. A high grade could mean the difference between a coin worth 25 cents and one worth $89.276. The 1981 P Washington quarter is a coin that proves you should always check your change. While most quarters from this year are only worth face value, finding one in high-grade condition or with rare errors could mean hitting the jackpot. If you have one of these coins, especially in MS67 or higher, you could be looking at a life-changing amount of money. So, what do you think? Do you have a 1981 P quarter hiding in your collection? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on more rare coin videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Hello, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Welcome back to the channel, where we uncover the hidden gems in your pocket change. If you love rare and valuable coins, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more amazing finds. Today, we're diving deep into the 1982 D Mint Mark Washington $quarter coin, a rare and valuable piece that has shocked collectors with its staggering market value of $88,872. If you have one of these in your collection, you might be holding on to a small fortune. What makes this quarter so special? Why is it worth so much money? And how can you identify one? Stay with me until the end because I'll break down everything you need to know. History of the 1982 D Washington quarter. The Washington Quarter series began in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington. The design, created by John Flanagan, features Washington's bust on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. Fast forward to 1982, and something unique happened. The United States Mint was facing financial constraints, which led to significant changes in coin production. One major impact was that the U.S. Mint did not produce official mint sets in 1982 and 1983. This means that collectors had fewer high-quality quarters from these years, making well-preserved specimens incredibly rare. The Denver Mint, D Mint Mark, produced Washington quarters in 1982, but due to the lack of official mint sets, most of these coins circulated heavily, resulting in very few surviving in high grades. That's why a 1982 D Washington quarter in pristine condition can fetch an incredible price today. Rarity and key features. So, what makes the 1982 D Washington quarter so valuable? Let's break it down. Lack of mint sets. No official mint sets were made in 1982, meaning most of these coins circulated and suffered wear over time. Finding one in mint state condition, MS65 or higher, is extremely rare. Minting errors. Some 1982 D quarters have rare errors that increase their value, including double die obverse. DDO, a slight doubling of Washington's portrait. Off-center strikes, where the coin's design is misaligned. Clipped planchet, where a portion of the coin is missing due to a minting mistake. High-grade coins. A regular 1982 D quarter in circulated condition is only worth its face value of 25 cents. But in mint condition, graded MS65 or higher by PCGS or NGC, the value skyrockets into the thousands. Auction records and current market value. Now, let's talk about real money. The highest price ever paid for a 1982 D Washington quarter was a jaw-dropping $88,872 at auction. Why did this coin sell for such a high price? It was graded MS68 by PCGS, meaning it was in near-perfect condition. The coin had full luster, a strong strike, and minimal imperfections. The bidding war between collectors drove the price sky-high. As of today, here's what you can expect for different grades of the 1982 D quarter. Circulated, VFXF 25 cents to $5. Uncirculated, MS60 MS64 $50 to $500 high. Grade, MS65 MS67 $1,000 to $10,000 top grade, MS68 plus $88,872 or more. How to identify a valuable 1982 D quarter. So, how do you know if you have one of these valuable coins? Here's a quick guide. Check the mint mark. The D mint mark should be visible on the obverse front of the coin, right below Washington's ponytail. Look for full luster and no wear. The coin should have a shiny, reflective surface with minimal scratches. Examine for minting errors. Use a magnifying glass to check for doubling, off-center strikes, or other unique errors. Get it graded. If you think you have a valuable 1982 D quarter, send it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. The 1982 D Washington quarter is one of the most sought-after modern coins, and if you're lucky enough to find one in high grade, it could be worth a life-changing amount of money. So, start checking your old coin collections, pocket change, and even rolls of quarters from the bank. Who knows, you might just find a hidden treasure worth thousands. What do you think about the 1982 D quarter? Do you have one? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos on rare and valuable coins. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we talk about rare and valuable coins that could be hiding in your pocket change. Today, we have an incredible story about a 1982 P Washington $quarter coin that is worth a staggering $72,786 in the current market. Yes, you heard that right. This ordinary-looking quarter from 1982 has become one of the most sought-after coins by collectors. Stick around because we're going to dive deep into its history, what makes it so valuable, and how you can check if you have one of these rare quarters in your collection. History of the 1982 P Washington quarter. To understand why this quarter is so valuable, we need to take a step back and look at its history. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. Designed by John Flanagan, this coin became a staple of U.S. currency. By the time we reached the 1980s, the U.S. Mint was producing millions of these quarters annually. But something unusual happened in 1982 that made this particular year's coins highly collectible. During the early 1980s, the U.S. Mint was trying to cut costs. One of the ways they did this was by not producing official mint sets for collectors in 1982 and 1983. This means that the only way to get a high-quality, uncirculated 1982 quarter was to find one in circulation, an extremely difficult task. As a result, most of these coins became heavily worn over time, making high-grade examples incredibly rare today. Mint mark and production details. The 1982 Washington quarter was struck at 3 different U.S. Mint locations: Philadelphia, P., Denver, D., and San Francisco, S. However, the San Francisco Mint only produced proof coins, so for regular circulation quarters, we mainly focus on the Philadelphia and Denver issues. The Philadelphia Mint, P., struck a total of 500,931,000 quarters in 1982. This seems like a high number, but because there were no mint sets, very few of these quarters survived in pristine condition. The Denver Mint, D., produced even more, with 480,042,788 quarters, but the Philadelphia Mint issue is what we're focusing on today, as it holds the record for the most valuable sale. One key thing to note is that in 1980, the U.S. Mint started adding the P mint mark to Philadelphia quarters. So, before 1980, Philadelphia minted quarters did not have any mint mark, but from 1980 onward, they carried the P to indicate where they were struck, what makes the 1982 P Washington quarter so valuable. Now, let's talk about what makes this coin worth a jaw-dropping $72,786 in today's market. There are several factors that contribute to its rarity and value, including high-grade condition, striking errors, and demand among collectors. High-grade condition, mint state coins. Because the 1982 quarters were not included in mint sets, most of them were released directly into circulation. This means they were used in everyday transactions, resulting in heavy wear over time. Finding a 1982 P quarter in mint state, MS, condition, especially MS 67 or higher, is incredibly rare. Most of the ones that exist today have scratches, dings, and other signs of wear. The highest graded 1982 P quarter ever sold at auction was an MS 68 coin, which is virtually flawless. This is the one that fetched a massive $72,786 price tag. Striking errors and varieties. Some 1982 P quarters have notable mint errors that can make them even more valuable. Some of the most famous errors include off-center strikes, when the coin is not properly aligned with the dies, causing part of the design to be missing. Double die obverse, DDO, a noticeable doubling of the design, particularly in the date and lettering. Clipped planchets, when a small section of the coin is missing due to an error in the minting process. If you have a 1982 P quarter with any of these errors, it could be worth significantly more than a regular strike. Collector demand. Since the 1982 P quarter is hard to find in top condition, collectors are willing to pay a premium for high-grade examples. The fact that no official mint sets were produced in 1982 and 1983 makes these coins even more desirable. Over the years, coin grading services like PCGS and NGC have recorded very few 1982 P quarters in mint state 67 or higher, which is why their value continues to skyrocket. How to identify a rare 1982 P quarter? So, how can you check if you have a rare 1982 P Washington quarter? Worth big money? Here's what to look for. Check the mint mark. Look for the P mint mark on the right side of Washington's portrait, just above the date. If there is no mint mark, or if it has a D, then it's from a different mint. Examine the condition. The better the condition, the higher the value. Look for sharp details, no heavy scratches, and minimal wear. If your coin looks nearly brand new, it could be worth grading. Look for errors. Use a magnifying glass to check for any doubling, off-center strikes, or clipped planchets. Consider getting it graded. If you think you have a high-quality or error coin, send it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. This will authenticate its condition and increase its market value. Current market value and recent sales. As of today, the highest-selling 1982 P Washington quarter fetched an astonishing $72,786 at auction. But even if your quarter isn't in MS 68 condition, it can still be worth a significant amount. Here's a breakdown of approximate values based on grades. MS 63, $100, 300 MS 65, $500, 1, 500 MS 67, $10,000, 25, 000 MS 68, $72,786, highest recorded sale. Even circulated 1982 P quarters can be worth a few dollars if they have unique errors. So, it's always worth checking your change. The 1982 P Washington quarter is a prime example of how a seemingly ordinary coin can turn into a highly valuable collector's item. Its unique history, lack of mint sets, and extreme rarity in high grades make it a prized possession. If you have a 1982 P quarter, make sure to check its condition and consider having it graded. You might just be sitting on a small fortune. Do you have any 1982 P quarters in your collection? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into an incredible Washington quarter that could be hiding in your collection or even in your pocket change. That's right. The 1986 P Washington quarter is making waves in the numismatic world, and some of these coins are fetching as much as $82,392 at auction. You heard that right. A simple 25-cent coin could turn into a life-changing payday. So, how do you know if you have one of these rare and valuable quarters? What makes it worth so much money? And what's the fascinating history behind this coin? Stick with me until the end because you don't want to miss this valuable information. Before we jump in, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on more videos about rare and valuable coins. Now, let's get into it. History of the 1986 Washington Quarter. The Washington Quarter has been in circulation since 1932, originally created to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington, the first President of the United States. The design was based on a sculpture by Jean-Antoine Houdin, but it was adapted into coin form by John Flanagan. By the time we reached 1986, the Washington Quarter had already been a staple of American currency for over 50 years. However, the coins minted in 1986 at the Philadelphia Mint, marked with a P, had some interesting characteristics that make them highly sought after by collectors today. Why the 1986 Washington Quarter is so valuable. So, what makes this quarter worth an astounding $82,392 today? There are several key factors that determine its rarity and value. Let's break them down. Point 1. Mint mark and mint location. The 1986 Washington Quarter was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, P, Denver, D, San Francisco, S. The Philadelphia minted P coins are what we are focusing on today because they have some unique characteristics that make them extremely valuable. Point 2. Low population in high grades. Millions of 1986 Washington quarters were struck, but only a handful exist in perfect condition. Coins that grade MS 67 or higher, mint state 67 or above, are extremely scarce. The reason? Most quarters from this year were used in circulation, meaning they got scratched, worn down, and damaged over time. Point 3. Rare errors and variations. Collectors are always looking for error coins, and the 1986 quarter is no exception. Here are some key errors that can dramatically increase its value. Double die averse, DDO. This error occurs when the die strikes the coin multiple times, creating a doubling effect on the design, especially noticeable on George Washington's profile, the motto, "In God We Trust," or the date, 1986. Off-center strikes. Some 1986 quarters were struck off-center, meaning the design is not properly aligned. These coins can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on how severe the error is. Broad-struck errors. When the coin is struck without a properly fitting collar, it can expand outward, making it look deformed. These can also fetch high prices. Point 4. Full drum lines on the reverse. The reverse of the Washington Quarter features an eagle with outstretched wings, standing on arrows with olive branches underneath. Some of the highest valued quarters from 1986 have fully detailed drum lines on the eagle's tail feathers, indicating a strong and clear strike. Auction records and current market value. Now, let's talk about real-world prices. How much have these coins actually sold for? A 1986 Washington Quarter in near-perfect MS 67 plus condition recently sold for a jaw-dropping $82,392 at auction. Coins in slightly lower grades, such as MS 65 or MS 66, can still bring in hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Even well-worn quarters with rare errors can be worth $500 to $5,000, depending on demand and condition. How to check your quarter's value. Look for high mint state grades, MS 65 or higher. Check for errors like doubling, off-center strikes, or broad strikes. Look for strong details on Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers. Get it certified by PCGS or NGC to verify its authenticity and condition. How to find a rare 1986 Washington Quarter. Now, you might be wondering, how can I find one of these valuable quarters? Here are some tips. Search through your pocket change. Yes, it's possible to find a valuable quarter in your everyday transactions. Always check your change before spending it. Coin rolls from banks. Many collectors search through bank-wrapped rolls of quarters to find rare and valuable coins. Estate sales and garage sales. Sometimes, old coin collections show up at yard sales, estate sales, or flea markets. You never know what treasures you might find. Online marketplaces, websites like eBay, heritage auctions, and great collections often have valuable quarters for sale. The 1986 P. Washington quarter is a coin that has taken the numismatic world by storm. While it may look like an ordinary 25-cent piece, the right combination of grade, rarity, and errors can make it worth an astonishing $82,392. So, if you're a coin collector or just someone curious about valuable change, start checking your quarters today. You never know what hidden treasure you might have. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on the latest coin discoveries. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare quarter or if you have any questions about coin collecting. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy collecting! Hey coin collectors and treasure hunters! Today, we're diving deep into a truly remarkable find, the 1973 no-mint mark Washington quarter that has shocked the numismatic world with its incredible value of $69,543. Could you have one of these hidden in your pocket change? Stick around as we uncover its history, rarity, key errors, and what makes it so valuable today. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on valuable coin discoveries that could make you rich. Now, let's get started. History of the 1973 Washington quarter. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American currency since 1932, originally designed by John Flanagan to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The 1973 edition continued the traditional design, featuring obverse, front a left-facing portrait of George Washington with the word Liberty above the date 1973 below and In God We Trust on the left. Reverse back a majestic eagle with spread wings, perched on a bundle of arrows, with United States of America and E Pluribus Unum above and $quarter, below. In 1973, the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints produced these coins. Normally, you'd see a mint mark on quarters from Denver, D, and San Francisco, S, but Philadelphia did not use a mint mark during this time, meaning the 1973 no-mint mark Washington quarter was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Why is the 1973 no-mint mark quarter so valuable? So what makes the 1973 no-mint mark quarter worth a staggering $69,543? It all comes down to rarity, condition, and errors. 1. Mint state and high-grade coins. Most 1973 quarters have been in circulation for over 50 years, making high-grade examples extremely rare. Coins that are graded MS-67 or higher by PCGS or NGC are incredibly scarce, which skyrockets their value at auctions. The record-breaking $69,543 quarter was a nearly flawless MS-68 example, making it one of the finest known. 2. Rare mint errors that increase value. Collectors love error coins, and some 1973 no-mint mark quarters have incredible errors, such as off-center strikes. If the coin was struck misaligned, collectors are willing to pay hundreds or even thousands for it. Double die obverse, DDO. Some 1973 quarters have a visible doubling effect on Liberty or Washington's profile, adding huge value. Clipped planchet. When a coin is struck on an incomplete blank, its odd shape makes it a prized collector's item. Missing clad layer. A few have been found missing their nickel coating, revealing a copper-colored surface, which commands premium prices. How to find a valuable 1973 quarter? Now, you might be wondering, do I have one of these valuable quarters? Here's what you should check. Look for mint condition coins. The fewer scratches, nicks, and signs of wear, the higher the value. If your quarter looks nearly brand new, get it graded. Check for errors. Use a magnifying glass or microscope to look for doubling, missing layers, or any other mint mistakes. Weigh your coin. A normal clad quarter weighs 5.67 grams. If yours is lighter or heavier, it might be a rare error coin. Send it for grading. If you believe you have a high quality or error coin, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC to authenticate its rarity and increase its value. auction prices, and current market value. The record price for a 1973 no-mint mark Washington quarter was $69,543, sold at a major coin auction. But even if yours isn't in perfect condition, it could still be valuable. MS 65 grade, $1,500 $3,000 MS 66 grade, $5,000 $10,000 MS 67 or higher, $20,000 $69, 543 plus error coins, depending on the type and severity of the error. Prices can range from a few hundred to several $1,000s. With more collectors and investors entering the market, prices for rare quarters continue to rise. If you have a high-grade 1973 quarter, you could be sitting on a small fortune. The 1973 no-mint mark Washington quarter is one of the most valuable modern quarters you can find. With a top auction price of $69,543, it proves that even everyday pocket change can hold life-changing value. Have you ever come across a rare or valuable quarter? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with fellow coin collectors, and subscribe for more updates on rare and valuable coins. Thanks for watching, and happy treasure hunting!